She would do all she could in order to keep the attention off of her, right? Oh, maybe not.
The WNBA has officially separated itself from Angel Reese after her surprising move into adult entertainment, which shocked many fans of the league. Her recent actions are seen as extreme and awkward, raising questions about how someone could go to such lengths just to get attention.
Angel Reese, which is absolutely ridiculous, and let's talk about how ridiculous it is.
Wasn't she the one who cried on national media about being sexualized? Yet her Instagram shows a completely different story. Seriously, girl, you need to choose a direction. You can't play the victim while also turning yourself into a walking advertisement for cheap attention. If you want to be bold, make sure your actions match your words.
Death threats, I've been sexualized, I've been threatened, I've been so many things, and I've stood strong.
Try focusing on basketball instead of turning your life into this ridiculous circus. Claiming to be harassed while your actions scream, "I'm always available," is not just hypocritical, it's laughable. Angel, we see right through you, and it's embarrassing. Remember when Angel Reese was known as a basketball player? Yeah, me neither. These days, she seems more interested in being the ultimate attention seeker than actually playing basketball. She's wearing outfits that wouldn't even be acceptable at a costume party, let alone in a professional setting. It's like she's trying to star in a bad reality show where the only prize is public humiliation, and she's definitely winning that in spades.
I do think that some of this drama, and she started some of it, to be fair, got to her.
Let's take a moment to reflect. Angel Reese, once seen as a rising star in the WNBA, is now more of a walking joke. Her latest actions have taken boldness to a new level, but not in a good way. It makes people wonder if she lost a bet or is trying to crash and burn as quickly as possible. She's doing it so well that it's like she's training for the world championship in self-sabotage.
Some rather risque sort of pictures of her in a parking garage. And in fact, we're talking about the whole Angel Reese being sexualized thing.
From taunting Caitlin Clark on the court to now strutting around in questionable outfits, Angel Reese has turned into a sideshow. She tried to outshine Caitlin in every way, trash talk, physical play, and attitude, but failed spectacularly at every turn. Now, she's on a completely different level. Instead of competing with basketball greatness, she's competing against herself for the title of biggest public embarrassment.
She was being sexualized, right? She's stressed out. She's being sexualized. Nothing to see here.
At this point, Angel Reese is basically the poster child for self-destruction. How does someone go from being a potential basketball star to an absolute embarrassment as quickly as she has? It's almost impressive if it weren't so cringe-worthy. Every move she makes screams, "Look at me," but nobody's impressed. Instead of mastering the game, she's mastered the art of making herself irrelevant. That last desperate attempt to stay in the spotlight with those cheap, trashy outfits? Please. She looks like a wannabe influencer who forgot she was supposed to be an athlete. She's officially become the laughingstock of the WNBA, if not all of women's sports. The only thing more tragic than her outfits is her complete lack of self-awareness.
I've been through so much, I've seen so much, I've been attacked so many times.
And the best part? Reese isn't even trying to fix her image. She's doubling down on it. Instead of waking up and thinking, maybe I should focus on my actual career, she's continuing down this path.
She's out here flaunting her latest see-through disaster that broke the internet. Broke the internet in the worst way, mind you.
Fans weren't just mad. They were outright embarrassed for her. They roasted her so badly that even I felt secondhand shame just scrolling through the comments.
Being overly sexualized. Well, what are we doing posting things like this, videos like this? Inquiring minds want to know because I'm sort of confused.
This isn't her first experience with humiliation. Remember when she got caught using steroids? As if her career wasn't already in the gutter, she decided to add a little extra failure on top with that scandal. Yet she's still out here acting like she has everything under control. But Angel, you've driven your career straight into the ground, and no amount of tacky outfits is going to save you now. Reese is digging her own grave while acting like it's some kind of victory lap, but wait, it gets worse. Let's talk about that infamous Sports Illustrated cover, the one where Angel decided to trade in her basketball jersey for something that looks like it came from a garage sale labeled Bad Decisions. Instead of making headlines for her skills, she's making headlines for how ridiculous she's willing to look to stay relevant. And the best part? It's not even working. People are rolling their eyes so hard that they're practically dislocating their necks.
Walking through some parking garage with some, see-through apparel on, as you may see.
And don't even get me started on that bold and confident act. Sure, there were a few people trying to defend her, saying she's owning her body or whatever other nonsense they came up with. But let's be real, most people saw right through it. The majority weren't celebrating her. They were busy pointing out that Angel Reese is a massive hypocrite. How can she cry about being objectified when her Instagram feed is basically a never-ending audition for the next big scandal? She's flaunting her body left and right, but the minute someone else comments on it, suddenly she's the victim. Please.
Earlier on, after the season, and when I was in my press conference and I was talking about being sexualized, I guess people thought that was because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No,
The sad part is that it didn't have to be this way. Reese was on track to be remembered as one of the greats in the WNBA. She was an all-star in 2024, for crying out loud. Instead of focusing on what made her famous, her basketball skills, she's out here showing skin like it's going out of style. And guess what? It is out of style. Fans who still care about her career are throwing their hands up in defeat, while the rest of us are just waiting for the inevitable special about Angel Reese's downfall. Then there's the whole hypocrisy with that AI nude scandal. Reese acted shocked and outraged, as if she hadn't been turning herself into a living, breathing publicity stunt for months. Girl, you've got over 2 million Instagram followers and you're surprised that people are looking at you? Get real. It's almost like she craves all this attention and then throws a fit when she gets it. Classic Angel Reese. I'd love to say this is just a phase and that she'll wake up one day and realize the mess she's made of her career. But at this point, she's gone too far. She's not just walking the line between bold and ridiculous. She's sprinted so far past that line that she can't even see it anymore. Every time she pulls one of these stunts, her credibility sinks lower and lower. What used to be a promising career in basketball has turned into nothing but scandal after scandal. And for what? A few more Instagram likes and a little extra attention from tabloids? Is that really worth throwing away everything she's worked for? Compare her to real athletes like Caitlin Clark and Aya Wilson, both of whom are making headlines for their talent, dedication, and actual achievements in basketball. Caitlin is out here winning Rookie of the Year, and Aya is a WNBA MVP. Neither of them has ever needed to stoop to Reese's level of self-exploitation to get attention. They let their skills do the talking, while Angel Reese is busy turning herself into a cautionary tale.
However, the added animosity, beef, and physicality from Angel is definitely boosting interest as well.
And the worst part? Reese isn't just hurting herself. She's dragging the entire WNBA down with her. What could have been a promising, talent-filled career has now become nothing more than a sideshow. Instead of being remembered for her basketball prowess, Reese will forever be known as the girl who couldn't stop humiliating herself long enough to actually play the game. She's not just a joke. She's a tragedy.
You said you were being sexualized, and now people are calling you out on it when you post things like this on social media.
Her recent involvement in the unrivaled 3-on-3 women's basketball league could have been a turning point. This league is a big deal, featuring top athletes and major media coverage on TNT Sports. But, of course, Angel Reese had to ruin it for herself. Instead of using this opportunity to rebuild her image, she's once again proving that her only real skill these days is making headlines for all the wrong reasons. So where does it all end? How much further can she fall before she finally hits rock bottom? At this rate, it's hard to tell. But one thing's for sure, Angel Reese doesn't care about basketball anymore. She doesn't care about her fans, her team, or the sport that made her famous. All she cares about is staying in the spotlight, no matter how ridiculous she has to act to get there. And you know what? It's not just her reputation circling the drain. The entire WNBA is suffering because of it. The league deserves better than this, and the fans deserve better than this. Angel Reese is nothing more than a sad reminder that no amount of talent can save you if you don't respect it.